Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I hope you can hear me. Guys, today, this video is a little bit different. I'm sorry for all you pure audio files out there and those who are only interested in Chi-Fi IEMs. But today, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm doing this one for me because I know my audience is mostly interested in IEMs and headphones. But you know what? I like all things audio. I'm also a content creator, so I'm interested in microphones. So today we're going to be looking at the MAONO PD200X USB and XLR dynamic microphone. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. First of all, I will start with the price of the PD200X. And the price is, well, it depends where you're shopping. Anywhere between as low as $68 and $89 on the official MAONO website. You can get it on Amazon, AliExpress, all those usual places. Let's bring in the mic, and there she is. And my initial impressions were positive right out of the box because the PD200X is all metal in construction. However, it is lightweight, but it does feel very robust and sturdy. Let me walk you through the exterior first. Yes, I have the shock mount attached. You can take it off, but it requires a screwdriver. But I'm not going to do that. We can do what we do here. First of all, look, that's what it looks like without the foam cover on. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? So with the foam cover on, it looks like that. And you might notice this white line around here. Let me show you. Hey, we've got some RGB. Hey. So yeah, it's an RGB mic. You can cycle through a whole bunch of different colors. There's like 8 different colors. And then somewhere, yeah, there it is. There's a cycling mode as well. But you can actually disable the RGB light altogether if you hold the button down. I'll show you where that is in just a minute. First of all, let's start with this button here. So this is your microphone gain button. It's currently muted. When it's unmuted, it looks like that. And it's a little bit confusing because it doesn't tell you exactly where you are, what gain level you're at, just via that, because there's no number indicators, obviously. But yeah, so you've got your microphone gain there. If you press that button, now you've got your headphone output level. There's a mute button. When you press the mute button, the light turns red. And let's have a look on the bottom here, because this little button here controls the RGB lighting. So you can just press it to cycle through the colors. If you do a long press on it, it will actually turn on or turn off that RGB. Thankfully, because not everybody's a bloody Twitch streamer gamer. So I like to keep the RGB or the LED off. Also on the bottom, you'll notice we've got an XLR connector, a USB connector, and a headphone jack, 3.5mm headphone jack. So you can either use XLR or USB-C, and you can monitor your audio in real time by the headphone jack. So that's really cool. One thing I will say though, if you want the RGB lighting and the app support, you will have to use the USB connection. So in terms of build, you know, this thing is really nice. It's fantastic for such a budget mic. The only thing that kind of bothers me is, yeah, there's no numerical indicators on the gain dial there, so you don't know what number you are at. However, included with this microphone, you do get some really nice software called the MAONO Link. And if you open up the software, you can see exactly where your gain is at. You can see the gain level in there. But the app also does a lot of other things. Control the mic gain. the headphone volume level out. You can control the tone, the RGB lighting, and you can also mute within the app. Also, there is an advanced tab that lets you select different EQ modes. You've got like a high pass filter, etc, etc, etc. I'm not going to get too deep into all that stuff, but what's interesting in the software is you do get a limiter and a compressor as well. So overall, you get some nice customization options and nice control over the sound of the mic. So with all the functionality and the build aside, how does the PD200X actually sound? Well, I gotta tell you, it sounds great. In a nutshell, it sounds excellent, really does. Considering the price, in fact, you can easily mistake the sound that you hear from this microphone for a much more expensive one. It sounds really good. It delivers a nice and natural and rich tone with impressive clarity and detail, nice amount of depth, and keep in mind again that you've got those sound profiles that you can choose between. You can choose the warm or the natural. I actually go for the natural most of the time. When it comes to handling plosives, which is those p sounds and b sounds, etc., they are really not a problem with this microphone. It handles them really nicely. You've got the foam cover on. If you position the microphone correctly or in the right place, the plosives are not a problem at all. It's got good levels of sensitivity, so you don't have to be too close. You can have the mic out of frame and it still sounds really good. And again, you can manipulate those with the limiter and the compressor and the software, as long as you're using USB, that is. And while the microphone does a decent job of rejecting background noise, like it is one that you do want to talk into the end of it, not into the sort of front of it like that. So you talk into the end of it like this. I mean, you can't see where I am obviously, but you just take my word for it. And it rejects noise behind the microphone reasonably well, but if you've got a sort of a loud mechanical keyboard like this, I don't know if you can hear that, but with this you can hear a little bit of it. You can, of course, you can tweak your sensitivity levels and the limiter and etc in the software to eliminate any background noise. There is a little bit, but it does a pretty good job. It's got a cardioid polar pattern for pickup, so as long as you're talking into the end of the mic, you're all good to go. I'm not going to do a super detailed and in-depth audio microphone review because it's not really my area of expertise. However, I'm going to show you an example of how the mic sounds now. Alrighty, so right now I am recording audio on the PD200X, and just for a little bit of a comparison, this is the mic that I've been using for the last, well, quite a while now, several months at least. This is the ESI Cosmic Ucast. This is a USB only microphone, and it's kind of heavy. It's gorgeous, it's kind of big, but it does have some problems. Mainly, well, first of all, gosh, it didn't come with a foam cover. I bought this one separately, but this microphone has, it's very sensitive, and you've got to be extremely careful with plosives, which are those P and the B sounds. So anything anywhere near here just sounds terrible. You get clipping, you get distortion, etc. It's a great microphone. Probably not the best type of microphone for what I'm doing here, which is my terrible YouTube videos and content creation. So I apologize for that. But right now, yes, you are listening to the MAONO PD200X microphone. It sounds fantastic. I know my style of video isn't exactly ideal for microphone reviews, but like I said, I wanted to do this one because it is something that interests me personally, and every now and then I've got to keep things interesting for myself. This is partly why I do the channel, not only for you but partly for me as well. This is one of my passions, and I might do more in the future, but I'm going to be sticking mostly to earphones and headphones so don't worry too much. But anyway guys, that's the MAONO PD200X, and you know what? I really like this a lot. In fact, it's going to replace, it already has replaced my Cosmic Ucast here, just because it is so easy to use, because I love the extra functionality of the software. It's smaller in size, it's lighter, it fits in the shock mount better, and yeah, as you can hear, it sounds really good. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, PAFAM audiophile style. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content, whether it be microphones, earphones or headphones or DACs or DAPs, all that stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.